Hi guys, it's Ellen. Welcome back to ensimpleart. In this channel, I will share skills and tips of watercolor painting. As you can see, today I'm going to demonstrate the painting process of an anemone flower. If you have watched my previous videos, you probably already have some idea of my painting techniques. And before we start, you guys are always welcome to subscribe to this channel and follow me on Instagram and ensimpleart. So I started with brushing the petals with a wet brush. Then I started the first layer by applying a light pink for the shading on the areas where it is closer to the center of the entire flower. I used a wet on wet technique to start my painting because here I'm using a hot pressed paper which has a fast absorption to the watercolor paint, so a slightly damp paper can slow down the paint absorption. And also because I prefer smooth, soft and dreamy texture for the petals, so using a wet on wet technique can help the paint go smoothly on the paper, and that will be easier for blending as well. The other tips that I want to share is for creating a smooth texture. I usually blend out the paint right after it was applied on the paper with a clean brush. So here you can see I mainly blend the outer part of the paint just to soften the edges, and there will be a nice gradient on the petals. Remember to paint it little by little so that we can always have space to modify it even if we make mistakes. We can repeat the same steps several times until we are happy with the texture and the intensity of the color. I have applied around 2 to 3 layers on each of the petals with the same technique. After that, I used a darker shade of pink to strengthen the shading, and I just did the same like the previous steps, just keep blending the paint to create a smooth texture. And then I move on to the outer areas of each of the petals. Since the outer parts of the petals usually don't need much shading, so the paints that we use can be more watery and light-weighted. When I work on the details on the petals, I switch to a thin and pointy brush. It is a lot easier and more suitable for tiny details. I gently drew the vein on the petals by only using the tip of the brush. We shouldn't press it down too much because we don't want to create solid and thick lines. I also used another paintbrush to slightly blend on the veins that I just drew, and it helps you obtain natural and organic lines. It can also remove some excessive paint so that the veins can be more blended into the petals. In order to bring out the shape of the flower, here I'm working on the shading of the outer area of each petals as well as the shadows in between them. I started to work on the center of the flower. This time the pistil of the flower is meant to be the darkest area, so I used a dark shade of purple in the middle of the pistil, and then I blend it out a little bit to create a gradient. And while I was waiting for it to dry, I started to fill in all the gaps between the statements that surrounded the pistil. After that, I moved back to work on the shading of the pistil by applying a few more layers to strengthen the color intensity. As the statements are all facing different directions, so they should have various different shading. I left some of them white, but some of them with purple or blue, which means some of the statements are reflecting light and some of them don't. At the end, I used a white paint just to enhance the highlight areas. Thank you so much for watching. I hope this video inspired you and lights your passion for watercolor painting. I also have other videos of painting roses, peonies, and other flowers, so make sure to check it out as well. And my Etsy store is now opened, so you guys can buy this anemone painting as a greeting card on my Etsy store. If you're interested, please feel free to visit my store. I'll leave the link in the description box. Before you click away, please like and share this video, leave a comment to me, subscribe to my YouTube channel, and follow me on Instagram and ensimpleart. I really appreciate your support, and I'll see you soon in the next video, so stay tuned and bye!